Now, buddy, talking about election systems in India, you may have noted about a reference to different methods of system of elections. You may have wondered what these were all about. You may have seen or read about different methods of electioneering or campaigning in these elections. But what are the different methods of elections? There is a system of conducting elections. There are authorities and rules about do's and don'ts. Is that what election system is all about? You may have wondered why the constitution needs to write down how the voters are to be counted and representatives elected. Isn't that very obvious? People go and vote. The candidate who got highest votes get elected. That's what elections are all over the world. Why do we need to think about it? We need to, because this question is not as simple as it appears to us. We have got so used to our system of elections that we think that there cannot be any other way. In a democratic election, people vote, their preference decide who will win the contest. But there can be very different ways in which people make their choices and very different ways in which their preference can be counted. These different rules of game can make a difference to who the winner of the game will be. Some rules can favor bigger parties, some rules can help the smaller players, some rules can favor the majority community, others can protect the minorities. Let us look at what dramatic instance to see how this happens. Talking about the first phase of post system. It is a newspaper clicking of Now Bharat Times. Heading is पहली बार कांग्रेस को 3/4 बहुमत. So इसके डिटेल्स तो मैं पढ़ नहीं पाऊँगा. What she is thinking, less than 50% votes and more than 80% seats. Isn't that unfair? How would our constitution maker accept such an unfair system? So this question is legitimate and the answer will be of course in the text. So it talk of one historic moment in India's democracy. In the Lok Sabha elections of 1984, the Congress party came to power, winning 415 of the 543 Lok Sabha seats, more than 80% of the seats. Such a victory was never achieved by any party in the Lok Sabha. What was this election show? Sorry, what did this election show? The Congress party won 4/5 of the seats. Does it mean that 4 out of 5 Indian voters voted for the Congress party? Actually, not. Take a look at the enclosed table. The Congress party got 48% of the vote. That is less than 50%. This means that only 48% of the people who voted in favor of candidate put up by the Congress party, but the party still managed to win more than 80% of the seats in the Lok Sabha. Look at the performance of the other parties. The BJP got 7.4% vote but less than 1% seats. But how did that happen? So these are the old data. I think when the books will be updated, then the BJP will be in the position where the Congress is written here. So all these details are written here. You can have a look the votes percentage and the seats. So this happens because in our country we follow a special method of election. Under this system, our entire country is divided into 543 constituencies, and my constituency is Narani Vidhan Sabha, Narani constituency. I think each constituency elects one representative, and this candidate who secures the highest number of votes in the constituency is declared elected. It is important to note that in the system where whoever has more votes than all other candidate is declared elected. The winning candidate need not secure a majority of the votes. This method is called the first past the post FPTP system. FPTP system. In the electoral race, the candidate who is ahead of the others who cross the winning post first of all is that minute. The method is also called the plurality system. This is the method of election prescribed by the constitution. Let's now go back in our example. The Congress party won greater shares of seats than its share of votes because in many of the constituencies in which its candidate won, they secured less than 50% of the votes. If there are several candidates, the winning candidates often get much less than 50% of the votes. The votes that go to all the losing candidate go waste. For those candidate or party get no seats from these votes. Suppose a party gets only 25% of the votes in every constituency, but everyone else get even less votes. In that case, the party would win all the seats with only 25% votes or even less. So that's not a beauty of the democracy. I think it's a shortcoming, in my opinion. We need to fix this, and the system is, I think, a 100-year-old system. So we will fix this. I think I will also try to contribute my contribution to in checking in and in regulating these laws in the future. So now we have proportional representation. So signing off.